Well, people refer to your style as observational comedy. How do you see it?
It's observational, yeah. It's ethnically or culturally observational, you know? It's more intricate than just, man, why don't people turn off their indicator when they're, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or what's the deal with airplane food? It's not that kind of observational. It's more cultural observations.
And many influences that you have, but how do you keep yourself, fresh all the time? Especially the world tour. I mean, you've been.
It gets harder and harder each time.
From one city to to
It
another,
does.
and then all the materials to make it fresh and original.
That's why I do the world tours, so I can get new material. Because the more you travel, the more you see, the more you see, the more you learn. And the more places you go to that you have not been to or haven't been to in a while, you start to pick up things and you notice things that you may not have caught the first time, or things that, just things that seem odd to me. There's a lot of names with porn in it out here. Did you notice that? I don't know I don't know what it means in Thai, but I love it in English.
Well, we have Miss Universe, Porn Tip.
Is she a porn tip as well? Nice.
Her name is Porn Tip.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Well, she's married to an American guy now.
Oh, okay.
A good friend of mine, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's his last name? Just a regular?
Simon.
She's porn tip Simon? See, that's when names make me laugh.
Yeah.
When you just get the yin and yang of things right there. Look, we got off to a rocky start, but we're going to be family soon. All right, my little Punjabi puck bunny?
Raj has a driving ambition.
You won't even tell your parents about this dumb game you play.
And a family.
No more hockey, boy. You've never even seen me play.
Rooted in tradition.
You also were in films and television, but mostly as yourself.
Generally speaking.
Generally, yeah.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I don't know if that's them saying.
We see other comedians in films, and they were not being themselves. So any chance of Russell Peters doing,
I want to do more character type stuff,
Yeah.
It's not really up to me. It's really up to the directors and the people who make the films.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of meetings. I go to a lot of meetings in LA, and we love your stuff. Oh, you this, that. We've got to put you in this and that. You never hear from them again. And I'm like, that's why now I walk into meetings now actually jaded almost. They're like, oh, we love your stuff, and I go, do you really? Really, you love my stuff, or did somebody text that to you when you're reading it out loud?
Yeah. So you see yourself as more of a Canadian or Indian?
I think more of a Canadian.
Yeah.
I was born and raised there. I mean, it's kind of like you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're an Indian, but culturally you're more Thai.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? The way you think, the things you do, the way you speak, it's more in tune with what Thai people would do.
Yeah.
However, ethnically you're an Indian, and there's things about the Indian culture that you do and you love, and you can't run away from it. There's no hairy Thai people. Look at that. You know what I mean?
So any message to overseas Indians?
The NRIs, as we like to call them. The NRIs, just accept who you are. Don't try. A lot of Indian people, I find, the minute you take us out of India, we try to over-Indian ourselves. We try to do things more Indian than people in India are doing.
Exactly.
You go to an Indian wedding outside of India, and they have like 1,000 people, and the groom shows up on an elephant. You go to India, 200 people, no elephant, where you can get an elephant. and it's over quick, and it's a nice meal and dinner. And
Yeah. They miss home, I guess.
well, they miss their skewed vision of home. Because their vision of home is however old it was, like whatever year it was when they left. Say they left my parents left India in 65. If my parents had decided to cling on to India from 65, would you imagine how messed up I'd be right now? Thank God my parents just went with the flow in Canada.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. That was my dad's threat, right before he beat me, every single time. Oi, Russell! Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. I hated that threat. You know why? Because he'd always say somebody. He'd never tell you it was you. I mean, you knew it was you. But he'd give you this hope. Oi, Russell! Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Somebody. I'm not gonna say who. Oh, I think you might know him very well. I'm in the back praying. I hope it's my brother, man. Please.
I used to do a lot of stuff about my dad, and then I did 3 DVDs with kind of no stuff about my dad, and now I've recently decided to bring stuff about my dad back in. I started mining the things of him that I remember, and so I'm exploring that, and then I'm finding out that it wasn't just my dad who did these things. When I do the jokes on stage, it's every person in the audience goes, my dad does that. Yeah. So really, you know, my dad is an example of every father in the world.
You're a dad
basically.
as well.
I'm a dad now as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So I talk about that.
How are you as a father?
I think I'm a pretty good father.
Yeah.
I'm a much better father than I am a mother.
Thank God.
My breastfeeding skills are terrible.
Okay.
Baby wakes up, there's a hair in my milk. Sorry. I don't even know where you got the milk from.
Well, good luck for
Thank
your
you.
gig in Bangkok, and we look forward to welcoming you back.
Thanks, Varen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
Yeah. Motherfuckers better know. Lock your windows, close your doors. Biggie Smalls. Yeah.
หาตลอดทั้งบนเวทีและในชีวิตจริงเลยนะครับสำหรับ Russell Peters ต้องขอบคุณ Russell Peters และทีมผู้จัดนะครับที่ให้โอกาสเราได้เป็นรายการทีวีรายการเดียวที่ได้เข้าไปนั่งจับข่าวพูดคุยในโอกาสที่เดินทางมาเยือนประเทศไทยคราวนี้ครับแล้วพบกันใหม่นะครับใน The Nomad เก็บโลกมาเล่ากับรายการทันข่าวทันโลกในสัปดาห์หน้าสวัสดีครับ